Hey guys, X1085 here today. With us today, we have the Airsoft Insurgent AEG, AK-47 AKM type rifle. Well, it's definitely an AK platform. I would say it looks like a cross between the two. I'm going to go over a few key components, and then we'll get started with a firing test. So, the only thing I've really done to modify mine is I added this little charm. That's a little 12 gauge. It's, you know, you can just buy it at like a local little shop, whatever. So moving back a little bit more, we have this foldable grip where you press in a button and you fold it in. The gun comes with an Allen wrench to modify where your placement is on this rail. Next, we have this magazine with a scroll wheel. It holds, I'd say, at least 200 to 300 rounds per fill, I guess you could call it that. It's just a nice curved mag. Weird detailing. Then moving further back, we've got safety, safety and a selector, full auto, semi. This is an electric powered gun, mostly metal, has some plastic components. Has a folding stock, which is interesting. It kind of requires two hands, but if you push down on it, you can fold it in. It doesn't lock in place, sadly, but then it locks in place when it's out, and it doesn't move. It comes with this nice strap here, and the other side is a little bare. But it has some nice rails for your attachments of any kind, along with, your attachments for your sling. I have used this gun at many airsoft fields, and it does prove very well. Now I will get to the firing test. Alright guys, so we're here. I have set up a sort of target. This target, when I shoot it, it will create an indent in the metal, as I have done before. I didn't have any actual targets this time. Well, I don't have any actual targets, I should say. So, we're going to start out. I'm going to put it in the semi-automatic, and I will show you. I'm aiming for a dead center. Alright. I was aiming for dead center here. We got a decently sized spread, but fairly accurate if you're trying to shoot someone at a decent range. I will now walk further back. I would say maybe 25 feet. I will try and hit it from here. I will now try and shoot as fast as I can, pulling the trigger as quick as I can. It doesn't have a very fast semi-automatic fire rate, but we turn it into automatic here and scroll the wheel a few times down on the bottom of the magazine to make sure that it's nice and reloaded. I don't know what you'd call that. Alright. I'm gonna try and aim for it, but this is more or less hip firing. That's all pretty much you're going to do. You're not going to be really aiming in an airsoft battle unless you're on a big field. This I primarily use in a CQB field. As you can see, it quickly went through its internal supply, because there's like a second magazine within one magazine. Very quickly, that shot a decent amount of BBs down the field, or down the area, creating a nice sized spread here. Alright, I'm going to keep scrolling the wheel. I'm going to back to around this distance. Say this is about maybe 15 feet. Alright. Well, it shoots very fast, I will say that. That's one good part of it. Safety stays in place, nice. As you can see, it stays in place. And everything around your magazine doesn't fall out. This entire thing isn't that loose, I will say though. The battery compartment up here, this metal piece right here, it's a little difficult to get in, but once you know how to do it, you'll be just fine. Now, as you can see here, when I was in automatic, there was a decent spread. Now, that's going to be normal with a fully automatic gun, especially for airsoft. I'm using, again, .20s. Overall, I give this gun a solid 8 out of 10. It's accurate, it's cheap, it runs about maybe $200, $250. And I will say, it does look nice. Now, one major detail that I enjoy about this gun is not only is this functional, well, not functional, but not only does it move, but inside is where you adjust your hop up, I believe. That's a pretty cool detail. Safety, it's nice and tight. Overall, again, this gun's nice gun. If you're going somewhere that has a barrel sock requirement, when you're off the field, it's a little harder to slip on a barrel sock. You'll need a longer one with longer straps so you can set it onto there. That's where I slide mine. I'm sure you guys will find other places like here maybe. But I will say this is a very solid gun for beginners if they're just starting airsoft. And it's also a decent gun for people who are decently into airsoft and are still like buying new weapons, trying to figure out what they like. A lot of the fields around me don't allow automatic, so I mainly put it in semi. However, there is one small detail that it's more of an inconvenience. The gun will sometimes jam while I'm in semi-automatic. I haven't gotten it on footage, but it does happen. What I do to fix this is I switch to automatic, fire into the ground once, and then I switch it back to semi-automatic, and it works fine. That's currently the only way to fix it, as far as I know, other than there's something wrong with, like, unless there's something I can replace inside the gun. The orange tip here, it's not too big, so it doesn't make the gun really look out of place, but it is there, noticeable. And honestly, the tip could have been maybe just like look a little better. I'm not a big fan of the big like orange bulky circle on it. I will say though, the iron sights being adjustable is very nice, as you can see. I will show you here in a second. If you can adjust this to adjust your sights to align with that. I'll shoot it one last time at point blank range to show you. Overall, I enjoy this gun. I use it at most of my matches. Pairs well with a lot of loadouts because you can fold the stock in and, well, I guess you can fold the stock in. That's a decent ability to have in CQB, especially with a longer gun like this. It is fairly long, so like I said, that's a good thing to be able to do. Yeah. This spins. I don't know what it is, but it is on there and it spins. The grip also, here, the grip. I will go over this. It has 3 major slots here. It's a comfortable grip, and I have some large hands here. Same thing with this grip. It's fairly big. It's decent when it comes to like feeling though, because this on the back feels uncomfortable when your hand is like fully around it. But when you have gloves on, it usually doesn't feel that uncomfortable. I will say that. Overall, again, decent gun. Airsoft players new and experienced will enjoy this. Yeah, I covered everything, I believe, and just let me know if I missed anything in the comments. Thank you. Subscribe and like. See you guys later.